Nice.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. Welcome back, folks. Episode 56 of the Hispanic on Paper podcast.
My name is Marcos.
My name is Kashi.
And also...
I'm Brandon.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic job.
Welcome on, buddy. Welcome on.
Brandon. We have Brandon Ewing on, folks. This is our finance guy. He handles all of our money.
Evading the IRS right now.
Yeah. As one does.
Yeah.
That's how you know you got money when you're avoiding the IRS.
I'm in vacation
Oh,
mode.
yeah.
They don't know.
I like it.
Technically in Boca Raton, Florida.
Yeah, they don't know.
That's cool.
That. Yeah, right off.
Where are you allowed to gamble? There's okay, wait, hold on. Who are we?
Hi. This is the Hispanic on Paper podcast. This is not, unfortunately, a Latin empowerment podcast. It's just two goofy guys documenting the stories about them growing up and bringing on people that they love / want to see.
And love.
And love.
And
Lots of love for
Love.
Brandon.
Yeah, no.
yeah. Hell yeah. Perfect. So yeah. Sorry if you're looking for a Latin empowerment podcast. But yeah, episode 56. Today is January 31st.
Yep.
Tomorrow is February 2023.
Happy belated birthday, Brandon or Bailey. I fucked it up.
Happy belated Bailey.
Bailey.
I mean, that's not easy to say. Happy belated
Brandon birthday. Fuck.
Happy belated Happy belated birthday, Bailey.
Maybe so. Maybe it looks so good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Happy belated birthday, Bailey. All right. So yeah, welcome episode 56. January 31st. And today we're just going to kind of have a little bit of a money talk, a little bit of a money kickback. We're obviously going to talk about other things. For example, I recently heard someone describe me as airport hot.
Airport hot.
Someone called me airport hot. A stranger. Kind of. So
Yeah.
Disneyland DILF.
I started thinking, no, definitely not that. No, those
I
are
can see
real
that.
DILFs. Have you ever seen that? There's an Instagram account called Disneyland
Is
DILFs.
there actually?
No, yeah, and it's like
DILFs
follow
of
it?
Disneyland.
No, I don't follow it.
Oh. We heard about it on Dungeons and Daddies podcast that we listened to.
I stalk it, but I don't.
You're like, I look
follow
up to it.
I didn't.
yeah,
I didn't.
I'm not
So
on
it's
it.
actually real.
No, it's a real thing.
Oh,
Oh, absolutely.
shit.
Yo, dude,
I thought
and
it
no,
was a bit.
it's like UFC. Like it's like unattainable. Like,
Just
good lord, these are like
Top
the most,
1% of hot dads.
Alpha males
Absolutely,
at
yes,
Disneyland?
absolutely. So yeah,
That's my goal to make too.
yeah, for
That'd be a
real.
good goal to set.
Oh yeah.
Just basically just be hot and then just take your kids.
Because
to
there's
Disneyland.
different levels of DILFs.
Yeah.
for sure. Easily.
So what do you mean?
Well, like, you have like the DILFs or like the NASCAR DILFs who just chug beers all day, watch like, NASCAR all day. And then
Yeah.
you have the Disneyland DILFs. And then you have the airport DILFs, which is you're in the middle. You're like C tier.
I'll take C tier. That's fantastic. I'll
C
take.
tier average, but airport
I'm not
hot
even on the list, so
Yeah.
you're
places
good.
you at a B plus.
So exactly. So if I don't belong on a hot guy Instagram account, but
You
if-
belong on the DILF, Disneyland DILF account.
No,
Or
no,
airport.
Airport
Okay,
DILF
okay.
account. No. So basically, what I saw, yeah. So yeah. Our producer just pulled it up. Yeah, it's real.
Some real bangers on there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those guys be banging. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so someone described me as airport hot, where I made some like stupid self-deprecating joke where I'm like, "You're 22," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm 22," and she's like, "Oh my goodness, you look so much older," and I was like, "Yeah." Yeah, I hear that a lot. I know I look like hell. And she's like, "No, I was spraying someone's house. It was a
the
stranger." Yeah,
That's an intro to a porno.
I was. Yeah.
That literally is.
Hold on. I've gotten like hit on before.
Oh my God.
The amount of women that are just getting out of the shower, and I'm just like, I can come back later. And they're like, no, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
can spray
You know,
something else.
no.
It's good to business.
Nah, Chris would tense up. He'd be like, "You have bugs,
Yeah.
you,"
Oh,
and then he'd
yeah.
leave.
Dude, I've thought about that in the past too because this girl that I'm telling you about right now, who called me airport hot for this.
Such a funny compliment.
I'm
I
having
don't know how I would take that. I'd be like,
Well, I'm having a hard time
Okay.
like navigating this because I love my girlfriend, but I guess I'll just contribute the fact that this particular individual was incredibly attractive. And yeah, dude, she had her bachelor's, master's, and like all of these other freaking degrees and diplomas and all this other stuff.
this was like a client, right? Like a work thing?
Yeah. No, well, I was so
yeah.
she was living in an apartment unit, and we serviced the apartment complex.
Got it. Okay.
And so when I first, I always kind of have this negative stigma when I go into an apartment complex. Because I'm like, oh, you got ants or roaches? Like, ew. She had crickets,
Ew.
and she said there was only one, and it was outside.
and they love to read.
And she said it was just annoying. And she was like, it's just an annoying cricket. Like, if you spray, they'll go away, right? And I was like, yeah. So I wasn't grossed out anymore. So
Okay.
now we're just kind of having this little bit of a banter. And dude, she was fucking hilarious.
Pest
she was,
control Rizz.
yeah, for that that pest control riz.
Pest control
exactly
riz.
right. But we were just chit chatting, and yeah, she was rizzing me up, I was rizzing her up, and then I was looking at her masters and all that. I was like, oh, did you went to this college? And yeah, whatever. And I was just like, geez, how old are you? And she's like, I'm 24. I was like, oh, wow. And then she asked, how old are you? And I said, 22. And she's like, oh, my gosh, you look like 28 to
That's what
30.
she got.
You look like an eligible bachelor.
Yeah. Well, then I said to her, I was like, well, you look 24 if it's any consolation. And she was like, wow, thanks. And I was like, whoa, hold on. Looking 24 is a compliment in any way, shape, form, or capacity. Unless you're like 13.
It's the best era of 20s.
Exactly. No, but like if you're 30 and you say you look 24, that's a compliment. If you're 20 and you
I
say you
always
look
underbid
20,
it. You know, don't want to risk it.
Exactly. No, but even if you're a 20-year-old and you say
Yeah.
you look 24, it's still a compliment. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not a bad thing necessarily. But so we were just kind of going back and forth on that. And she was just like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm only 22. I look 30. I look like hell. And she's like, no, not at all. Like you know, you're like grocery store hot. You're like airport hot.
Be like, what?
And I was like, I'm
grocery store hot? Like, what?
So then I like dove into it and I found a Twitter thread about it. And someone was like, there's hot people. There's people that are just hot. Like Brandon, for example.
Thanks.
But there are people that are like,
It's a tier list.
if they're not around other hot people and in specific, like they shouldn't be on the cover of magazines. They shouldn't be on any modeling contracts. But if you saw them in the grocery store or if you saw them at the airport, you're like, oh, wow. And actually, like 3 days ago, I saw it came up on my Instagram Explore page. It was a guy calling himself Airport Hot. And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
okay. So she got it off like TikTok or something like that, which is fine.
Wow.
But yeah, dude, that really tickled my brain
Imagine
a
just
little
like
bit.
see yourself there like a week from now. You're just on like the front.
Yeah, dude, I'd love that.
Instead of being like on GQ, you're on like
Gas
on
station
Blue
hot.
Contractor magazine.
That'd be so. No, I'm
Pest
on the
Control
cover.
magazine.
I'm on the
Chris
cover
is
of
on-
magazine. It's just Southwest. Southwest or
Baggage claim.
fries. Yeah.
Baggage
Diversity
claim.
intro, like a diversity insert.
Yeah.
It's like a picture of
Christopher
you
with
holding
pamphlet.
up 3 suitcases.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
Like, damn.
All the way out, backpack and 2 suitcases, and it's just like.
It's like that type of Rizz where like when you're bringing all the groceries in from like you're like on one load though.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I aspire to have a man like that in my life.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, brought to you by fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Carrying everything in one.
But
load.
yeah, that tickled my brain a little bit, and I wanted to share that with my future self. So I forgot to tell you about this. We do this thing where we tell our future selves 20 years from now,
Oh shit.
what do you want to tell yourself? So my thing would be like, hey, I hope you're hotter than airport hot. You know, like I hope you're like NASCAR DILF hot by now. You know. But I don't know if you had anything planned, Marcos.
I did. Last night I painted some minis.
Yeah.
And like I've just been doing that.
Mini
for, like-
figurines?
yeah, minifigs for like D&D stuff like
Yeah.
that. I just took a can of spray paint, primed them.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
then waited about an hour, they all dried, and then I came back in, painted them.
That's next level nerdy. I like it.
Yeah. But I think there was a lot of like, that's a different type of like peaceful for Marcos, I guess.
How's that?
I just had like, I had on a playlist I was listening to, and then I had just music and just like 1 or 2
Oh,
beers.
yeah.
1 or 2 beers caught a buzz.
Yeah.
You know?
The minimal buzz.
Minimal,
Yeah.
very
Oh, yeah.
minimal, but like a focused buzz.
Little vibes.
Huh? Yeah.
Little vibes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
complete vibes. So Marcos, go paint something in the future. Just
That's cool.
take a break, paint something big.
Yeah, that's cool. Go buy like one of those like 40
Get a
by
big
28
canvas, yeah.
canvases. Yeah, that's super sick. I still want to paint a room by throwing paint.
I have a whole
Oh.
wall in my room that's like empty because I just redid my whole room, so I have like 3 new pieces of furniture.
Oh,
And I
wow.
bought this like fat cans of canvas. It's like 25 by like 30.
Damn.
And I've just been trying to like paint it like abstract. I fucked it up 3 times already. But, like,
Well, it's
I'm
abstract.
sad-
You can't
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
up abstract.
I fucked up the colorways.
Oh,
Like, it doesn't match
okay.
the room at all.
Okay, I actually get that. I get that.
Is Brandon on 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good call. But no. So like it's like of my on my bucket list where like whenever I do buy a house, I want an extra room that is like an office / studio, whether it be for the podcast or for Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to put a tarp on the ceiling and a tarp on the ground.
Uh-huh.
And I want to go to Home Depot and buy a ton of those little like $3-4 samples. I want to buy like 30-40 of those. And I just want to fling them on the wall.
Like in the TikTok videos they do? Or like, is it the art style?
Is that a thing? No, but
Keep
not
going,
in a
keep
circle.
going. Okay.
So I kind of want to just like ask them to make this like a weird color because it's basically whenever they're like samples, they're basically free.
Okay.
And I just want to fling it at every wall, every direction. It's
Oh.
just paint splatter everywhere
On the walls?
No pattern, no rhythm, no rhyme, no reason.
No reason.
Just and that's been on my bucket list since I was like 3.
I think a really cool thing like to have as an adult I would do is like a break room.
What do you mean?
Not like the traditional like coffee curing in the place. No, like a literal thing, like a literal room for breaking things.
Oh, a rage room.
Yeah, right,
like-
rage room.
yeah.
Those
yeah.
things you like pay $50 to go into and just
Yeah.
smash all-
Yeah, dude.
No, because like you
Those
can
are
go to
fun.
Junkyards or Goodwill,
Yeah.
and then you can just buy junk tech and just
Yeah. Tech especially, dude. The PC tower, and just shattered on the ground. That must be so satisfying.
I got to do this for the first time. Marcos has never witnessed anything. Oh yeah, first of all, I just want to talk about a heartbreak that happened recently with my coworker, right? But this is not about relationships.
Okay.
This is about an item. Okay. He had just bought a monitor from one of my coworkers, right? Yeah. And he had it. And basically the way our chairs go is our chairs sink a little bit and then they pop back up. Uh-huh. They have shocks. You know, it's perfect.
Herman Miller baller chairs.
Okay. They're fucking dope. If you've never had them. Yeah, that's a flex.
Yeah, as you can tell, we might be 22 and 21, but we obviously value the little things. Okay.
Yeah, like our lumbar.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck you guys.
Our lower lumbar.
Yeah. My chair broke yesterday.
Oh, that
fucking
sucks.
Chair just put it on some weight. Just broke it.
That's
crazy.
2 pounds.
Yeah.
2 pounds for the winter.
I know.
He sat on.
You just broke your office chair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you sit on a blade of grass.
It's a nice one, I think.
I like it.
Now, so he turns over to me and he's like, Marcos, he's like, do you ever feel like you're him? And I was like,
always.
I actually gave it some genuine thought. I was like, okay. I was like, well, I think it's the affirmations of the people around me and the confidence that I get like from myself. Like that makes me him. And then he goes, you know what? He's like, I like that. And he gets up to go up front to help somebody. And his chair arm catches the desk, pulls it out a foot, yanks the whole thing, and his monitor goes, slams face down. And I was in shock. Like you just watch the monitor fall.
Yeah.
At first, you watch the monitor fall. No. It was a fall not hard enough to be like you knew. It was one of those where it's 50-50. So I was looking and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that one.
No, but my candid reaction, Marcus has never seen a monitor or anything break in front of him before. Like he's never seen it. Somebody actually breaks something. Falls, picks it up slow. Boom, 2 giant LCD. It's bleeding. He just bought. He had it for 3 days. 3 days.
How much did he spend?
$140. It was 27-inch monitor.
Low, dude.
No, it was no. It was a good monitor.
What was it
but
for? Just like
it was for his work setup. Yeah, it was like 144 hertz. Like
it was nice.
Yeah, it was a 27. It was beautiful. It had nice color. Broke it, and then the first thing I thought of was I need to see how that happened because we didn't suspect it was a chair arm. We were trying to figure out what happened. Yeah. So I reached out to my DM, reached out to my boss, and I was like, "Hey, get the camera footage." 2 days later, I get it, and we all play it back and just rewatch the heartbreak. And my reaction once we saw that it was broken, I went like this. I went, "Oh!" you see my hands like clasp over my mouth, and I fall back just in disbelief.
No, dude. Because that's not funny.
3 days old. No, it's not funny at all.
Yeah, no,
I was genuinely upset for him. I was like, dude.
I don't know why. Maybe it is just like because we are two kind of nerdy tech guys a little bit. But
no,
like,
I feel that. Like,
I
buy computer parts. And all
no, it was the fact that he upgraded his setup for work. That's ultimately, even if you don't resonate with the fact that it's technology or like you give a shit about monitors, you did something to enhance your job and it broke the next day.
My thing is like that's not funny, but when I see people falling and like potentially get really hurt, that's so funny.
Or like there's people falling down the hills during those running downhill competitions.
Yeah. No, or like I don't know if you saw that this guy was like 500-600 pounds and he fell down at like a stadium and his whole ass crack was out and like he was bent all goofy and I'm like but I'm like, dude, he definitely like fucked up a lot of vertebrae and a couple of herniated discs and all that. But I'm like, but I see like someone drop their iPhone 14 and I'm like, oh no.
That's like me when I see someone get absolutely fucked in volleyball.
Yeah, dude, just get someone like
somebody gets donked on right there.
Dude, I've been taking it easy because I don't want to.
Those spikes are kind of crazy.
Oh wait,
that's what I was thinking about.
That was Eric.
Yeah, when Eric annihilated Sky purely by accident
last week. Man,
I could not have said, bro. No, he could not have been more apologetic. So immediately felt horrible.
That was funny too. That was a weird moment for me where like I didn't. So it was for Aiden too. Aiden and I we both ran to Sky.
Yeah,
and I'm like, holy shit. And then Marcos is like, whoa, like watch it type thing, like not watch it. But then Aiden and I locked eyes and we're like, oh, like
he got this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Oh, he got this, yeah.
So but the thing is, I didn't acknowledge that I was there until I saw Marcos, where I was like, I deadass went into like straight dad mode. Where I'm
Yeah.
like,
Marcos was a boyfriend the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. So no, Aiden and I were deadass both like, oh hey, like he's okay, we're good.
And then they went and got.
And then
just
I had a small moment of like, yo, that was crazy.
That reminds me of like the New Year's party when there was like that random couple. His girlfriend kept passing out, and he would just push us away the moment we tried and help her.
Oh yeah, was that how it happened?
When was this?
Do you remember what I'm talking
New
about?
Year's. He said
Yeah.
New Year's.
This past New Year's?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wednesday
I
Adams.
don't know the names. I'm not gonna like. Yep, there you go.
Who was it?
Wednesday Adams.
Adam's
Oh,
family.
I don't know. I don't even know her name.
But you remember what I'm talking
I don't
about,
even
right?
know.
Like,
Yeah.
you'd go pick her up, and he'd be like, just bodyguard.
Yeah.
her. And it was like, all right, bro. Like they're on their own.
That was a weird.
That was so weird.
I didn't like that night. I didn't like that part of the
I
night.
didn't
I didn't like
They
that part of
killed
the
the
night
vibe.
either. Yeah, so I don't know, a little bit of transparency, I guess,
Yeah.
is just we had a killer New Year's party. We were having a good time. Numbers were a little bit low, but then one of the girls, and she's one of our
Wednesday.
really cool friends. No, one of our volleyball friends.
Okay.
She invited that whole squadron. So there were 4 girls I just randomly pulled up, and the theme was Wednesday from Adam's family.
Yeah, we already.
Did we?
Yeah, we touched on it.
Okay.
Oh,
You
did we?
touched on it already.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to like. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, ha, pull.
Oh yeah, weird ass night. If you've heard that episode, yeah. But so one of the reasons why we wanted to have our finance guy on is because we kind of wanted you to explain what you do for a living,
Okay.
and so I think why don't you just go like do like
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. You good?
So what do you do
Chris
for money?
is nervous.
Yeah.
You like me or something? What's going on here?
So like how do you make money?
You like want some? Or
You want some?
you plan to be my sugar baby? Or like,
I
what's going
forgot-
on
I
here?
forgot to say-
Financial Rizz.
I forgot to say financial risk.
Rizz.
Oh come on, there's something there. There's something there.
Rizz Vestment Baker.
Rizz Vestment. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
On my Charles Schwab login, or you
Ven-
need that too? Or
Charles Schwab.
my Roth? It's totally maxed
your
out right now,
Roth.
babe.
Your Rizz IRA.
Rizz IRA, yeah. The Rizz Childs.
Morris Stanley.
Oh my god.
All right. So what do you do for work, young king?
Yeah, so essentially I just run a Google Ads agency and I generate leads for local businesses. So most of my clients are lead-based or local service-based businesses. So like roofers, contractors. I got a few law firms.
A lot of blue collar.
Yeah, a lot of blue collar. Like you'd be on the cover of Blue Collar magazine, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Oh hell yeah, I would
That's
be.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh,
by the
I think I would be
airport Jill
too.
thing.
Nah, you got soft hands, brother.
Got those calluses. But no, they are. Like a lot of them are contractors. And then I have a few like weird niche clients. Like I have a client actually based in Scottsdale who sells trying to like describe it without like name dropping the NDA.
Yeah.
But like they sell like listening earbuds for
Let's
old
go.
people who watch TV.
Okay.
So
like
they're Bluetooth.
Bluetooth headphones for
They're like-
receivers, like radio,
Yeah,
like
they're
TV.
literally- yeah, they're
I've
like-
seen those. No, my great
I've
grandpa
seen-
has a pair.
I've
Yeah,
seen
probably
them.
the exact
there's a
thing.
type. There's a type of headphones that are like that are programmed to the TV.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
Correct,
So I work
yeah.
with like a few like sub niche clients
That's
like
very
that.
interesting.
But for the most part, it's like mostly lead gen companies.
Yeah.
Like today I was working with a towing company and a locksmith client. So those are pretty easy to work with. But for the most part, it's just it's really just Google Ads for those type of service based companies.
so those people, they need more. They want more traction. They want more visibility.
Yeah,
want
so like,
leads.
like for pest control, like I've had one pest control client. I'm not good at pest control, but like in general, you know, it's pretty simple. Like if you're looking into Google and you have like a termite issue or a pest issue, you would obviously go into Google and you would just type in like,
AZ termites.
yeah, or that's more of like a brand, but like, you know, pest control near me or like,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have
okay.
crickets.
Termites
what the
near
fuck do
me.
I do?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we basically bid on those, which is called keywords or search
It's,
terms.
you Googled termites near me, and it just says in your attic, in your walls.
It's Amazon of termites.
No. The Google image search history is just a photo of you on your couch through your ceiling.
behind you.
Oh my God.
Termites near me, right there, dumbass.
Bro, look up.
By the fireplace. You deadass. You just looked. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Whenever you Google clown, it just turns on your front camera.
Fucking mirror.
So you are an algorithm bender.
What? No.
Yeah, you bid
Algorithm bender.
Yeah, you bend the algorithm to
Yeah,
your
I
favor
guess.
by using gerund searches of keywords, in order to generate revenue for businesses via leads.
That's the most alpha description of what I do.
I can't believe you don't sell yourself like that. I'm an algorithm vendor. Yeah,
I mean, essentially that's it. Like if there's a search term,
you look like
someone types it, I bid on that, and then our ad would appear. I mean, it's a lot deeper than that goes into it, but like that's
you
the
bid
jargon
on search results.
Yeah, so you have to pay, right? So if like you're looking for a new roof, so you would type in like roof replacement in Chandler or something, right? And then I'm working with a roofing client in Chandler. I would tell Google like, hey, if someone in this area, so Chandler, is typing in a search term something along the lines of roof repair, roof replacement, our ad will appear. But there's also like costs and stuff. So the way that cost per click, it's called, every time someone clicks on the ad they pay, is determined is based on the competition and the volume. So like for roofing in Arizona, it's really competitive. Like there's a fuck ton of roofers here.
Interesting.
So it drives up the cost. And also keep in mind, roofing jobs could be a couple grand. So they're willing to pay more, kind of like lawyers, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So like in Arizona, you might pay between $12 and $18 per click. And just as someone clicks your ad doesn't mean that's a lead, right?
So how does the conversion rate work when someone Googles it, clicks on their ad? They click on their ad that you put there and they call.
Yeah, so we basically predefine what we consider a conversion. So we're telling Google. So look, when I work with roofers or any, contracting service-based niche, I'm basically setting up this like thing that's telling Google, hey, if we get a phone call or a lead form, that is what we consider a conversion, and that's what we're optimizing for because we want leads.
Have you ever requested that the company, whoever's answering the phone, asks the
where did they get the lead from?
Client,
how did you hear about us?
Oh, there's no need. Google tracks that, so Google knows basically that someone clicked on it. What I do though is I have I like pay extra to basically record the calls. So like me or the company owner or like
my company does that. Yeah, big
it's
time.
Handful. It's handful. It's helpful. So you can go in, you can listen to the call. I've had clients fire the receptionist because of me, because they'll be like, "Yeah, I'll be money." Like, no, literally, because
what a piece of shit.
I got to do it. But no, like here's an example.
I mean, needs of the business.
Well, I mean, like
sucks.
6 months ago, I had this roofing client paying fat, right? He was paying really good. He was about $1,000 a month for a client. That's a big client to me, right?
Yes.
And he was getting 45, 60 phone calls a month. Like, I mean, that was on a low budget. Like, people usually get higher than that. And he was complaining. He's like, "Yeah, dude, like we're not making enough, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Bet." And I just pull up all the call recordings. I listen to all of them. And I was like, as you can see here, your receptionist is literally hanging up on people. And she just can't sell for shit. Someone would be like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a roof repair." And she's like, "Okay, we'll maybe charge like $2,000 for that." And it's just like, bro, you're not going to ask.
You're not going to ask what you need. You're not going to ask. You're not going to inquire.
So I sent him this and he got like literally an hour later, he goes, I'm on Indeed right now finding a new person. I was like, "My man, let's go." He's like, "My bad, bro." I was like, "Yeah, you're good."
That's on me. That's so sick. Though.
I mean, that's on him.
It is helpful.
That's technically on him.
Oh, completely. I mean, I think that's so valuable in terms of, like, I hate to. It's about to be the oldest conversation
like
ever. That's
business
what I'm saying.
ads, like
it's about to be the
reviews.
oldest conversation ever. But like, I never thought technology would have been that valuable type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I go in my notes app and I could scan a PDF just right onto my phone. I'm like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
But that's one of the Google, dude. It's super sneaky how because I didn't know I didn't know that the person doing the bids could listen to the phone calls themselves.
So there's a lot of restrictions. So there's two ways you can do it without getting like too technical. With Google's way, so you can have like Google's like a built-in system where you can listen. They won't allow you to listen to phone calls or even see the phone numbers if it's like an iPhone user or something because of all these privacy laws.
Okay.
But then there's third parties such as what we use is called CallRail, where you can see everything. You can see their phone number, you can see their name most of the time, and you listen to their entire phone call.
Wow.
But it's useful because it's useful for the business owner because it's like training.
Oh no, that's
purposes.
Right. No,
important.
training.
Yeah.
That's why it literally tells you this call may be recorded for training purposes.
That's exactly what it says. Google says the same thing,
and it's quality control.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
protects me too.
And
it's like,
exactly.
this was a good lead. Like, here you go, man. Like, boom.
Yeah.
The transactions I provide you are clean.
You're welcome.
Literally exactly it. Yeah.
Because I take extra steps.
That's perfect. Okay.
And there's a lot of different ways like businesses can charge too. Like a lot of agencies charge like % of ad spend. So that means like, hey, if you're spending $10,000 a month on Google Ads, we'll take 10%. I don't do that because most of my clients are actually small businesses. So they spend less than like $3,000 a month.
Wow.
So I usually just keep like a flat fee, which is like profitable for me and profitable for them.
Yeah.
I actually undercharge than a lot of other agencies, which is why like I'll get like a lot of like people asking like, why do you charge so low? And it's like I work in more of like volume.
Yeah.
It's a loss leader tactic to gain.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
to gain that business.
After that, it's on auto pay, right? You don't or like
it's all subscription. I mean, I have to like it's not like a one-time job and done. Like there's a lot that goes into like we have like two full-time people that basically do all the fulfillment and everything, like keep like an eye on the management and the monitoring.
Okay.
But essentially, I mean, like as long as they're performing and they're getting leads and they're happy, they're going to keep paying.
Do you have any employees?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many?
I have one full time and then one that's basically contract, which is he works like probably 20 hours a week, but it's enough.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy. How old are you?
21.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Deadass, you figured it out.
Yeah. Now time to scam everyone and drop a course.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I get, because like on TikTok, I get a lot of followers or a lot of like leads on TikTok. I'll have like constant people asking for like courses on like Google Ads or like even starting a course and like starting a business. But the problem is, so there's like two answers. The problem is I've made so many videos and like publicly talked about like, yeah, courses are bullshit. Like don't ever listen to someone dropping a course. So I can't just turn around and drop
I see
one.
what you meant.
and
Yeah.
then,
The irony would be
boom,
astounding.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah, and then even then, I don't like telling people like how to do what I did. Like it's not like selfish. It's just like if I told everyone how to do
Oh, it's like a
exactly what I
trade
did,
secret.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I don't need you. stealing my
Exactly.
clients.
Yeah.
But what I have done and I am doing right now is because I don't want to like drop a course to my following just because one, I feel like it'd be wrong, and I know I would like half-ass it because I don't want to give away my secret. I made a partnership with an agency in the United Kingdom. And
Wow.
He wants to do a course. He actually like has done courses. They're pretty big and stuff. But I'm ghostwriting their entire course and filming it. And they're giving me 60%. That way I don't have to drop anything to my followers.
There's nothing unethical about it.
Yeah, no one knows who's doing it. And that way I can like confidently put like all my effort into it without having like fear of backlashes. I know that's kind of like twisted and weird, but to me it's like, I don't want to drop a
it makes
course,
perfect
but I'll
sense.
ghostwrite it.
No, well, I mean, it's like, and you kind of made it a really good point where it's like you yourself shat on the exact thing that you're
Exactly.
doing. It hurts your brand business.
That's literally exactly it.
That's
and
perfect.
At the end of the day, he has a much bigger following than me. He has active clients that are pretty big in the United Kingdom. And I was like, yeah.
I mean, from his point of view, it's like, hey, dude, this guy figured it out and it works,
Exactly.
and he doesn't want the credit.
Yeah.
He's actually a client of mine. That's how we met. Yeah.
Exact fucking
So it
dude,
just works
ace.
out for everyone. Yeah.
Ace. That's so sick.
Yeah.
That's really cool, dude. Wow.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, what do you need?
What do you mean for in terms of what?
Computer and a phone?
Like to do what I do, start an
Yeah.
agency?
Computer and a phone, right? Or not?
Yeah, I mean, I actually started it back in like literally like 2021, maybe like 2020. I tell people like you can literally do it for free almost because my only payments, you know, like obviously like I'm much bigger now, so I have a lot more expenses.
Yeah.
But like starting out, I bought like a domain. You know, my very first agency was like Poseidon Pool Marketing, and I worked with I tried to work with pool contractors, so I paid like $12 a month for like a domain and like an email that was like Brandon at Poseidon Pool Marketing. And then I spent like $30 for a website, which was like I made it so that, you know, it was like a shit website, but it got the job done. So all in, it cost me like $50, and then I would just spend like hours a day just going in like Google and typing in like pool companies near me. I'd find the owner on LinkedIn and I'd get his email, and then I'd just send him an email like, yo, dude, I work with pool contractors. Here's what we did for XYZ company. You interested in working? And I just did that shit like for 6 months straight. And then, you know, there's a lot more like too, like cold calling it's called, or cold emailing, going in person. There's like events and stuff. I found my best
Like
way
trade
getting leads.
shows?
Yeah, trade shows. That's something I've been trying to get into. Those are really good. I got into one. Even like Chamber of Commerce's. A lot of people, which I think where I found my success, is partnerships. No one really does that. Like I would make it an effort to make partnerships with other like agencies in the area or just other states. Like for example, there's a web design agency I work with. They don't do anything else but web design, and I don't do anything else but Google Ads, right? So I was like, yo, I have clients that need websites. You have clients that need Google. Let's swap. And that's essentially how I got my very first clients, because it was just a dual partnership. It worked out for both of us.
50-50?
Yeah. And then from there, you know, I mean, to me, then like in the beginning, I think everyone gets caught up like with these like internet prices, like, oh, I can charge $1,000 a month. And it's like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Like I was charging like $200 a month.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted a little bit of cash, and I also really just wanted to start. So, you know, that way I got a few cheap clients. I got some reviews. I got testimonials. I leveraged that. And eventually after 6 months, it's like, okay, I now have 10 testimonials, 10 clients. I can start charging more. I'm better. I'm more confident in my service, and I can sell. Like 8 months ago, I'd be like shaking on the phone, like, oh fuck, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I literally know that like I'm good at what I do, and I don't need you at the end of the day.
Collateral
You
to
need
your
me.
name.
I actually think I might have learned that from you a little bit. Just kind of like being on the phone with someone and like, I know my value.
Exactly.
If you could be a dick to me right now and I'll hang up. Like,
No, I've literally like had that experience.
Exactly. I have all the value.
Like
right
I'm
now.
not like, I mean, like for example, I've had clients that are just a pain to work with, and like I have like the blessed opportunity to be like, hey man, this isn't a good fit. Like let's cut it.
Yeah.
Because it's like I have other clients, and I'm capable of turning around and getting another client like the same day.
Firing a client has to be one of the most satisfying things in the world. I know that personal trainers often say that, where they're like, no, dude. Like,
I've been fired by personal trainers.
really?
By personal training, like not like as in like working out, but like I've had personal training clients that fired me.
Why?
When I very first started out, other than pool contractors, I tried going after personal trainers. Keep in mind, I had like no idea what I was doing, so I didn't know how to run Google Ads.
Good.
Did a horrible job.
You're here now though. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like also the blessing thing is like, you know, I can't work with some, like there's just some niches I can't work
Yeah.
with. Pest control, personal training.
How come?
And dog training. I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because
I'll try it here and there. It's just like, I mean, every niche is so different. There's like such a different competition involved and stuff. It's just way more hard to work with. And if I just hit a niche that I'm not good with, I just simply will kind of not do it again.
do it.
Because I don't want to burn through my resources. And at the end of the day, I genuinely feel bad. It's like, wow, this dude paid me $500. He paid Google $1,000 and he got like 8 phone calls. Like, I feel bad. And this man probably hates me now because he just wasted $1,500.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm a little bit confused.
Mm-hmm.
What about it from like a business standpoint? Because I mean, you could argue that the name of the game is promotion, right? Promotion and advertising.
Yeah, it's advertising. Yeah,
I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around why is it difficult to promote a personal trainer or a pest
Why is it
control?
different?
Yeah, it's just
because
just promotion, you know.
Well, like the literal process of actually building the campaign and managing it, there's different niches. Like I was kind of explaining, like subtly, was like if you're working with a roofer, you're going to be focused on what's called search terms that are focused around roof repair near me, roof replacement in Chandler. But if you're working with a dog trainer, it's kind of similar, but it's like how to make my dog sit. Dog training in Chandler. How to make my dog fall.
So there's different. It's like the way that the information is discovered is what affects the leads.
It's that. So it's like the search terms, the competition.
Okay.
And also it also just kind of comes down to like the business in general. Like for example, a dog trainer and a personal trainer, their margins or their profit is so much less. Like with a roofer, they can pay $50, maybe even $100 sometimes for like a lead. That's a little high. But even then, it's like, if they get one big job worth like 20 grand, they're set for 5 months.
Yeah.
With a dog trainer, they're like, no. We make $40 per client.
Yeah. So
you get a client at this level. There's
it's like lower margins. Yeah. It's lower margins for the service, but at the end of the day, that's all labor. Like that's all just skill.
Interesting.
So like when you have those markups for materials, cost of goods,
exactly.
sold,
There's so
things
many
like
more
that.
hidden margins. Like people think roofers make bank because they'll see like a paycheck for like 15 grand.
Those guys are making.
Kind of. Well, I actually was on the phone with the roofer today because he was actually kind of worried because it's winter season and things were slow. His campaigns are doing fine, but he was just kind of venting me in general about his business. And he explained to me, he goes, dude, sometimes we fall under like a 30% margin. Because there's just so many like supplies and shit. What do you think was going to happen?
I misunderstood the direction. He's kind of venting to me, like, dude, yeah. Like,
Just my wife is really.
I think my wife's cheating on me. My wife's definitely having an affair. I hate my kid. I hate my kid
Like,
so
damn,
much.
that's crazy. You owe me, by the way, for the VOD.
So
I've actually had that happen.
Regarding that invoice,
Dude, I have this one client.
what's his name? Right here for me. What's his name?
Peter. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I have this one client, racist as fuck. Like, it's bad. Like, I'll be in Google Meets calls with him. This man's just dropping slurs I've never heard of. I'll be like, I'll turn on my phone. I'll be like, what the fuck is this? You're like,
It's so bad you have to Google.
I literally did that last time. I was like, am I sheltered? I was like, what is
My shelter.
But it's so funny because he'll just be like, he's probably 60 or 70. This man makes bank.
You can't just say it like the good old days.
They're like a fat big company. They do numbers, and he just doesn't care. He's one of those guys
Baller.
who's married to like a 30-year-old Russian, and you're like, oh, you bought her online.
Yeah.
Run a
That's a mail
wife.
order.
No,
for
Mail
sure.
order
100%.
bread.
Good for
And
him.
and he will like vulgarly like speak about her. Back at just like back at the car, and I'm like, oh, back to your Google apps.
Oh my god.
I don't need flashbacks. I was like, what is going on? And it's so funny because like he's just Mr. Business, but he's also like that old racist guy. Like on our last call, he had people like trimming his like bushes in the back or something, and like I guess he like cut one of his like LED wires, and you hear him go, yeah, one sec, Brandon. He's turned around and goes, hey, what the fuck? And he just starts cussing out the guy, and I'm just sitting there like, and he just unmutes his mic. He goes, sorry, I had to mute. I was just busy. I was like,
You are muted.
yeah, no, I was like, ooh, numbers look good this month. I gotta go.
Pedro or Alejandro, whatever the fuck your goddamn name is.
No, that's literally how it is. And he's just like blatantly racist to him too. But then he'll like vent to
Martinez
me.
or whatever the shit.
Adelante.
Just like vaguely mispronouncing everything.
Fucking fix my lights.
Exactly. When I said andale, I didn't mean fuck it up.
He'll vent to me about like the dumbest shit too. Like these dumb fucking pool contractors don't know what they're doing. And then he'll just like go on a tangent on like how like he just hates Mexicans. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, it's like how long is the conversation critical? Like criticism, like constructive criticism before it turns racist.
I know, that's what I'm saying,
You have
right?
to time it. You gotta like give an over under.
We'll have like a 2-hour meeting and like 10 minutes of it is work. The other like 90s just him
my
bitching
gosh,
about like his
yeah.
wife, his kid, or just something random.
Yep.
Fuck it. You just gotta start bitching with him.
Yeah,
Tried
for
selling
real.
me
That's
a
the
car
best
last
way.
time.
Huh?
He tried selling me a car. He was online. He goes, think you could afford like a Porsche 911? I was like, No,
Probably not.
I was like, I don't know if I want to.
I just watched Barrett Jackson.
He links me like his Facebook market listing. He's like,
Never mind.
I'll give you like $5,000 off, and I was like, bro, what?
Weird. Good for him.
He's like, you can write this whole thing off. I was like, why am I low key considering this right now?
Oh, no,
No,
dude, That's how
The
they
next
get
sentence.
you.
The next sentence should have been how. I'm listening.
Invoice.
That's how they get you, dude, for real.
Literally.
And then he fucking sends you an email being like, hey, by the way, this whole transaction was illegal. All right?
Literally.
Hey, by the way,
you're going to run my ads for free
Hey.
now. All right?
there's a guy called the Feds. Last name.
They're going to love this
He's
flash
actually
drive.
giving me some good information on like avoiding taxes, and I'm like,
It's scary
I'm
shit.
low key using this information.
Yeah,
Thank you,
dude.
bro.
Yeah, definitely don't say it on air.
Do you not feel guilty about like?
Gatekeep.
Okay, let's just paint
What?
a little hypothetical right now. If you let's just say you make, I think what the national average right now is about 53K. If you make 106K this year and you double the national average and you do some scummy ass tax shit, will you feel bad or no?
No.
No?
Like, I don't,
Okay.
what do you mean
No.
by that? Like, do I feel bad for making more than the average, or do I feel bad for dodging taxes?
For dodging taxes.
I mean, like, jokes aside, I literally don't. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've spent like probably 10 hours with my accountant trying to find scummy ways to dodge. I literally have.
You don't have kids. You don't have
Well,
any
'cause, like,
dependents.
No, the IRS is just that
Yeah,
much.
they fuck.
They fuck.
Last week, I was looking. I was like, how much do I owe? And I was like, ooh, no, I am moving to Pakistan. What the fuck is this? I was like, this is dumb.
Pakistan.
My
Literally
business
anywhere.
is out of Ireland right now.
I was like, Dad, you
Moving
didn't tell me about this
operations.
shit. I was like, this stuff's expensive. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, taxes are expensive. I was like, fuck this.
This is bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 years of
Okay.
prison? Run it. I was like, bro.
If I got an iPhone in my cell, I'm set.
I know. I was looking back. I was like, damn, I just dropped $3,000 on a computer. Nah, that was dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then you're looking at taxes.
What's
I was like, ugh.
yeah? What's a G wagon to some time
Is
away?
this over 6,000 pounds? My Camry?
an industrial like some sort of tax loophole
Top
for
of U-Haul.
mechanical equipment.
No, but I was seriously looking
my
into
car
like all these
3
tax
times.
loopholes. Like for example,
Oh, he's gonna
my
give us some
first thing.
sauce.
No, well, I mean it's not sauce. It's just I mean this is just
What you
kind of
tried to
common
look
knowledge.
at?
Well, like one of them was you can pay yourself and then only pay on your income, right? So if I pay
Oh,
myself
yeah.
$1,000 a month, I was like, because I live at home, I don't need bills. I spend $500. Like my budget is $500 a month because I don't. All I buy is fucking food and maybe like $400 worth of coffee because I have issues, right? So
Nice.
So I'm like, I can just pay myself $500 a
That's
month
your
and pay
vice.
taxes on that. But then I found out I was like, oh, because I'm an LLC and all these like single corp things, I can't actually do that. If I wanted to, I'd get like an S corp and hire another employee. And then I was
Well,
like, ugh.
one of the things that I was looking into is, which I think theoretically you could do this potentially,
Let me
but
get- let me
like,
listen. Oh god.
so if you, since you do have an LLC and you are technically an employee,
Yeah.
if you go to the grocery store and you buy laundry detergent because you wash the clothes that you wear to meetings, and that's a work expense, you write that
Yeah,
off.
no, you're right.
So like I know a lot of people that do some scummy
Oh
shit.
yeah, well when it comes to so like everyone should have an LLC. Honestly, like
Yeah.
I've read about it. Like
Yeah.
even if you have a job, if you make any money on the side, you can have a single member LLC and write off everything. Because the difference between like you and me is if your paycheck is $4,000, your paycheck is $4,000. If my
Yeah.
paycheck is $4,000, I can write off, my rent, my utilities. I can write off. I wrote off my new computer I bought. I could write off the gas I took to get here because I could consider this like a meeting or
Yeah.
getting exposure. So at the end of the day, it just comes down to like I'm paying less taxes, even though I might have made the same because I can find ways to squeeze in. Like I wrote off my trip to Miami because I have 3 clients in Miami,
Wow.
and that was like
I knew
I mean-
people who did that about like going
Yeah.
to Vegas. They
Yeah.
said they had shit to
can
do in
write stuff
Vegas.
off. Yeah.
They sold like what is it? They sold like collectibles in Las Vegas at a convention, and
Then
they
just
just
went and
wrote
got
off the
lit.
gas.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah.
they wrote off the gas.
Yep.
And like to the whole trip there, they're just like, all right, I did business there, so I can.
yeah.
Easy money.
Even things that aren't necessarily like expenses, like obviously I write off like wages or
Yeah.
like subscriptions to like Google domains and
Yeah.
stuff. But
Bonuses.
there's even like other things you can write off.
Things that
Like,
are directly
yeah.
correlated to the business, like that's
Yeah.
the obvious stuff.
And then like like there's just other stuff you can write off, like we just talked about. Yeah.
Yeah, like a car,
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I got you.
You know?
And even like there's other
or like
rules,
my
too.
ex-wife Yolanda from
Peter's escorts.
For
you know?
one of them,
From Bucharest.
one of them is a stand or some shit like that. These goddamn Mexicans doing my pull.
dude. We laugh. The joke's on us. He's got an OnlyFans girlfriend.
That's what I'm
Ooh.
saying, dude.
Ooh.
No,
You're-
that guy
Peter.
probably.
Peter.
Yeah,
The hypothetical
Peter.
Oh, Peter fucks without a doubt. I don't know if he's fucking for free though, but he's fucking.
What's worse than no nut is $1,000 nut. I mean,
Hey, convert that to rubles, bro.
fucking rupees.
I forget what that was. Or
Oh,
it's like,
that's the other thing too. Is he has like, he has like employees in India, of course, because their wage is 10 cents an hour.
Yeah.
and they'll join our calls. He'll be like, "Hold up, we need so and so in the call," and I just literally, can't understand a thing, and he's just yelling at this guy in plain like English. He's like, "You fucking," and he's just going off on him about like the website thing, and I'm just like,
"God damn it, tangent!"
Literally, fucking
that's what I don't call you for nothing. Was that bad?
Now
cut that.
That one hooded.
That was good.
You know,
So
you know the reason why the bit worked is because we never said it. You said it, and now we're.
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay,
we just danced around. He's like, he would say slurs.
So fucking funny.
The audience is like,
damn, we have to rate this.
Buddy. I know. TVMA.
shit.
TV 17, depending on how many adjectives you use about Peter.
Hell yeah. NC 17. But
NC.
yeah.
Whoops.
But dude, honestly to goodness, I envy you. Congrats.
Thanks,
that's
man.
that's
Appreciate
really
it.
fucking, that's really fucking cool. What's like next for you? Are you more employees? Are you gonna get an office? Are you gonna get a
Honestly, I'm trying to scale down on clients and take more clients on because like I took
What?
quick.
So wait, what does that mean?
The fuck are you
scale
talking-
down
Okay,
on the
so
total amount, but like
Let me
up on the
explain
revenue.
let me explain like my structure.
Are you fucking dumb?
Are you
fucking-
No, I have a different structure than most.
You don't sound like you run a business.
Just laid out this incredibly complex, and are you stupid?
like, yeah,
Dude, if you have less people, that's less money, dude.
Scaling down means littler.
Yeah, no, okay, so let me explain.
More
I have
littler.
technically 2 agencies I run, right? There's 2 sides to it. So, just like,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so I have basically like 2 structures of the agency.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the first side is the obvious side everyone knows about and everyone's aware of. I have clients that are directly mine.
Do you want to plug it?
Mhm.
You want to plug it?
Yeah, PPC Powerhouse.
PPC Powerhouse.
PPC Powerhouse.
PPC Powerhouse.
That's your company?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, how many TikTok followers do you have?
I think I went like 8K.
Holy shit. Good
Yeah,
for you, buddy.
sick.
Good for you.
Yeah, it definitely gives women the ick when I tell them I make TikToks, but you know.
Oh, really? I mean, you get, dude.
They're like, oh, you like Renegade and stuff? I'm like,
Oh, no.
yeah, you could say Renegade.
Don't forget what you were about to say. Don't forget what you were about to say. I'm going to go into a 25-second tangent.
Okay.
We had a server the other night. This girl was gorgeous. She was really funny. Great server. And we were just kind of chit-chatting. And basically, she kind of had like the girls stick together stance. So
Yeah.
everything that my girlfriend and my sister was saying, that she was just kind of like riding along with.
Just dick riding her.
Kind of. And at one point I made a joke where I was like, yeah. And if you're in like a committed, long lasting, loving relationship and you just like make out with someone else, like that's not technically cheating, right? And she was like, well, my last boyfriend and I were together for like 9 years and I would be super not okay if that happened. And I was like, oh, so like we agree then, right? I was obviously making a joke.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, 9 years? What? You guys didn't, what happened? She's like, oh, he cheated on me.
Oh.
It's just so fucking
Oh my God. You fucking laugh like that in front of her?
Oh yeah. Oh, no. I pulled my shirt over
That's
my
not
mouth.
obvious at all.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Because she was a little bit preachy of like, oh my gosh, that's not okay. Like you can't. And then she was like, yeah, oh yeah, my boyfriend in
Yeah,
9
he
years cheated on me.
Yeah,
I was like,
no.
wow. Me, Tim,
God.
and Daisy lost it.
Oh.
But yeah, shout out Jennifer. But yeah, sorry, continue.
Where did that come from?
Well, you just said that you made the joke about
the ick,
yeah, the ick. And so the reason why I came was because I told her I had a podcast, and she was like,
Ugh.
oh.
He's like 2
You know,
dicks,
I
one
don't
out.
tell people. I don't.
What?
Oh, yeah, I do
People
like...
people ask me what I do for fun. I'm like, oh, volleyball. That's my default answer.
I've started saying that because I've
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
like 3 times. I'm like, volleyball, fuck.
First of all, I love that you're coming. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love it
I'm
so-
really glad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so fun.
I'm gonna put Brandon on blast for a little bit right here too because
Yeah, we're gonna grill him for
my
just a
God.
split sec.
we don't forget the thing you were gonna talk
Oh, I
about
won't
either.
forget.
We spent like 3 years missing
Actively,
Brandon, like
yeah.
missing him. Like
Yeah.
I'd lie awake at night and stare at the fucking
Sound
ceiling.
like
we
my
had
dicks
a
right now.
group chat in Snapchat.
Yeah,
We still
And
do.
It was all I
Okay.
mean, more or less.
Yeah.
Like
It's kind of dead.
None
but
of us go
Yeah.
on Snapchat anymore, really.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
mid.
But basically, for all this time, we've been trying to just get him to come to stuff.
Yeah,
get him to
anything.
show up, have fun. Because anytime that he would come, he would vocally tell us how much he had fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the problem. What's the problem, Kashi?
so I would be like, "Hey, dude, we're doing this thing," and then he'd be like, "Okay, well, I can't make that thing, but invite me to the next thing." And then at the next thing, I'd be like, "Hey, we got this thing." He's like, "Well, I can't make that thing, but invite me to the next thing." And then it's this
I knew I was
never-ending
getting put on
cycle.
blast. I just knew it.
And so we spent so long missing him, and I don't know, was it New Year's?
It was
where,
New
like,
Year's.
He
It
literally
was New
just,
Year's.
He
Yeah,
literally
just
just had
shut
a fucking
He's like,
a switch just
Hey,
flipped.
I can come around more.
Yeah, and I'm glad you have.
Yeah, me
genuinely.
too.
I
Thank
really
you.
am.
Thank you.
I've seen you more this year already than all of
Probably
last
the
year.
last,
years,
yeah,
probably last 4.
basically.
Yeah, so I'm glad though. Yeah,
no,
volleyball is
it's
fucking awesome. Volleyball
volleyball is awesome.
it's good for the mind,
Works out
body,
for
and
everyone.
spirit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
But yeah, no.
Camaraderie.
Whenever I say something like someone has an interesting, I don't know, polarizing take, or like they say something that makes me think a little extra, I'm like, I always say like, oh, I'm going to say that on the podcast.
What do you mean?
Like whenever he said that he doesn't tell people that he has a podcast, but whenever I'm like just kind of chatting with someone up and they're like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, yeah. And then, a little
only if it comes up organically.
Yeah, exactly. I'll never be like, yeah.
By the way, I have a podcast.
It's the same way that I don't go like, yeah, I could bench 275. By the way,
yeah, it's the same way. It's a flex that at the end of the day is kind of pointless.
Yeah, that's literally what happened with Jennifer. Was I laughed my ass off at that. She was like, "Why is it so funny?" And I was like, "I'm telling that on the podcast." And she's like, "You have a podcast?" I was like, "Well, here we go." And then
I feel like it's a good conversation starter though.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like so is like my thing. People are like, "What do you do for work?" I'm like, "I run an agency." Like, the fuck is an agency?
Yeah, you're 21,
and then they're like, "Oh, you're one of those kids."
Yeah.
Oh, you're like an influencer.
You have like one client, like,
exactly.
Okay. Like, all right, bitch.
And it's your mom.
Just throw my business card down. Like,
Yeah.
sign your dad.
Yeah. Oh, you have a TikTok? What do you do? And you're like,
Throw down the gold
to
Amex.
To go.
The clink.
That's hard. The metal
Clink.
clink. That's hard as hell. So PPC
Powerhouse.
Heroin or.
Yeah, no, that's my other business.
Nice.
That's the write-off.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to find tax loopholes.
Yeah, I like it.
We're
I
just
like it.
straight drug
Pharmaceutical company called.
Sorry, wait. What was it?
PPC Powerhouse.
PPC Powerhouse.
It's a tongue twister.
PPC Powerhouse. Check it out if you're trying to promote your stupid company or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to work with you.
I only want
Sponsored.
racist old men.
Yeah, they pay the best.
Yeah,
They really do.
That's true.
They do.
What more do you want?
There's a
So,
stark amount of truth to that.
What's the second agency or whatever?
Okay, so it's the same agency, but I have two different structures, right?
Hit me.
So the first one is just essential what every other agency is. It's basically, hey, I have my own clients. So I have a roofer paying me this much a month. I have this much, this client paying me this much a month, blah, blah, blah. Where I have a majority of my clients, though, is the other side of the agency, which is what is called white label fulfillment. So do you know what like white label or white hat is?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like where someone else is providing a service for you, right?
Yeah.
So
But no, basically what it is other agencies will outsource their clients' work to us for a low cut fee. So like, for example, this really works really well if you run a web design agency and you want to start selling Google ads to your clients because you want to make more money, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is, let's say you have like an existing web design client that wants Google ads. So you'll say like, yeah, dude, I'll do your Google ads for $1,000 a month. Now, you don't want to go out and hire a full-time Google Ads specialist because that could be like $5,000, $6,000 a month. And you don't want to outsource your work to some random dude in India for $10 because it's going to be shit, right?
Yeah.
So you do white label fulfillment. You come to my agency and you basically hire us where we anonymously fulfill the work for your client. So for example, our white label price is $380 a month. Well, if you're getting paid $1,000 a month, you're basically making like $620 to do literally nothing.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes handy. And that's also where it scales is because I'll get agency partnerships.
So where do you the partnership is where you make the money?
Yeah, so you're an intermediary for labor.
That's literally it. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So I'll have like partnerships with agencies. Like I have a partner in the UK. I have 20 clients with him. Now I have a discount price with him. He'll pay me $300 a month per client. So and I have 20 clients with him right now. And then the thing is though, is he's charging for my services $650 a month. So he's basically pocketing $350 a month for doing nothing additional.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I get it. I don't have to do this outreach because they bring the clients to me. Now I'm also making less because of it, but that's where the volume comes into play.
Exactly.
And what I was explaining is I want to scale down. Is I was trying to explain like I want less of those. They're called white label clients because they're worth less. I mean, like think of it. It's like I can make $15K a month with 30 clients, or I can make $15K a month with 5 of my own clients. So the end of the year goal is to kind of shave down.
So you want to scale down and then maximize output.
Yeah,
type thing.
Less white label, more in-house clients that are paying me more money. Because I have like one client that pays me $1,700 a month, and then that's the same of like 9 white label. You know,
and it's on a more personal basis. There's more rapport with those clients that are
exactly.
stick.
I'd rather have like 5 clients than like 50 because it's so much to keep up with. Like every day.
Yeah.
Do you have like business lunches, like where you take a guy out to like fucking Nirvana or some shit like that, and just go get acai bowls?
I've had a few
client relations.
I actually
like
don't
that?
have a lot of clients in Arizona. I have a white label partner. With a dude who lives in Peoria. He runs a web design agency.
Wow.
We've gone out for Mexican food and like margaritas and shit.
That's fun. Yeah, shot the shit.
Yeah, he's dope as fuck. I love him.
Cool.
He's cool. We just got a new client with him yesterday. So I have like we go out here and there, or like we'll link up because he's a cool dude. He's like young, 40. He's honestly acts like he's 20. I love him.
Yeah, you guys hook up and or link up.
Yeah, we hook up. I give him a discount.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys both get discounts.
Yeah. He gets a good tip. But then I just landed another client in Arizona. But like to be honest with you, I only have one client in Arizona. I have like 20 clients in the UK, 6 in Australia.
That's so strange.
And then it's so weird. And then I have like clients all over. So no, I don't really have business lunches because I don't have anyone in Arizona.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't. It's like it's a part of my lifelong dream to have like a business meeting over racquetball.
We can make that happen.
Yeah?
Business meeting over
I'll do that. I'm
racquetball.
down.
Let's do that. You invest in the podcast, and if I win in racquetball, you have to double it or something like that.
Double and give it the
I,
next
thought- I was
person.
just gonna take us out for racquetball. What do you mean?
No. I want it to be business related.
How do we make that bit like we're just arguing over racquetball out our business?
I guess that's fair. How about we go out for drinks or cigars after, and whoever loses has to buy those.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm talking
can
about.
afford. Yeah,
That's
we're good.
business related. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
There.
Yeah. So
We should talk about that night at the night we all went to go get cigars. That
Hero?
was yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, we've talked about
That was
so
where we
Marcos-
rekindled.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that was like phase 2
Yeah.
of Brandon.
That was
of
actually
waking up.
restart.
That was so basically on New Year's we had actually for the first time set a plan and committed to it. I feel like with
I
Brandon.
committed to it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the distinction, right? So is
I think it's funny because when I actually say like today I was like, or like last week when you guys hit me up, I was like, fuck, I have to check my calendar. And I was literally looking at my calendar and like texting like one of the dudes I work with was like, yo, do we have any meetings this day? Just because I'm so unorganized. I have like calendars just booked. So like I'm literally that nerd who just has everything in his calendar.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's nice having a calendar.
No, I need to.
Podcast
So
with Chris and Marcus.
I have that. I have daily reminders
Yeah.
set
Yeah,
for work and everything now. Like
I have maybe plans in my calendar now. They're in red, where it's like maybe
Maybe.
hang with
That's kinda
Kaylee
cool.
Tuesday or Thursday,
I like
and
that.
I have a notification 1 week before, 4 days before, day before.
oh yeah, Marcos, for yourself for 40 years from now, you fixed the iPad. Good job. That's it.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
You got to talk about that.
Huh?
You got to talk
Yeah,
about
that was
that.
pretty cool.
So I fixed an iPad. I took a battery out of a dead device. Right. It was all this stuff has been considered abandoned or like not
Yeah.
like it's been
To be recycled.
to be recycled literally. So I was like, okay, I found one that had a relatively good frame, found a board that was clean, and then no iCloud restriction, nothing like that. Got a new battery. The only thing I paid was for a screen.
You keep it?
Yeah, it's right
Sick.
there.
Oh, okay, duh.
I fixed a second gen iPad. I fixed it.
Fucking awesome.
So
dude.
I replaced
He's
the
way
screen-
he's way downplaying it. He
Yeah.
literally like took the whole thing apart.
did
like
take it
circuit
apart.
boards and monitors or whatever the fuck.
Display flexes.
Yeah, dude.
Isolate. You take a pick, you put it underneath so the battery stays up, so the
Yeah.
ground pins don't make a connection, so you can
Yeah.
safely disconnect all your things.
All that shit.
I took the display connectors, transferred over those to a new screen, paid $140
That's hard.
bucks for said screen, fixed it, and then I have it now. So I have an iPad now, and it's everything I thought it'd be and more. So
Yeah.
here's the thing: I had a Surface Pro. It was everything that thing wasn't.
Really?
No. It's everything.
that thing
The iPad is everything that wasn't for me.
I'm just not a tablet guy.
I was about to ask, like, what do you use your iPad for? Like, I couldn't fathom using an iPad.
So I use
fat
it for reminders. I use it for D&D. I use it so like I
Is it like a
storyboard.
life organizer, basically.
Yeah.
It's like an
Kinda,
aesthetic
sorta.
organization.
More or less. It's like for me, I open it up occasionally on work, and so it has all my daily list of to dos.
You ever heard of Notion?
Notion. I use Good
I
Notes.
love Notion. God, we're fucking nerds. I love
Yeah, we're
Notion.
very nice.
He said, "You ever heard of like Notion?" And he's like, "What's Notion?" And I was like, "Wait, where's this going?" I was like, Notion these nuts in your face or something like that. I was like, "No, it's
No,
good." Notion. What do you use?
I use Good Notes, and I bought Procreate for Sky.
I'm a slut for Google Calendar.
I run my entire business on Notion.
I use I use Good
what-
Notes for a checklist. I
what
use
are
Google
those?
Calendar. I use Google Calendar.
I do too.
What's that?
Notion is like an all-in-one, like, you can have like reminders on it, tasks on it. You can have tables. It's like Excel and Google Docs hardcore fucked. It's but it's free and it's like
Excel and Google Docs kissing in a tree.
Yeah, no, it's sick. I love it, and it's free. I have like my entire client list on it. It's
That's
like
awesome.
all my active clients. I'll have like process sheets. I'll have like billing reminders.
Do you
tight.
just use a PC or do you have anything Apple ecosystem related?
Oh, I have a MacBook. I love
You have a
my
MacBook
so much.
What
But, like,
gen? Like is it a Pro or is it an Air?
MacBook Pro.
Pro? Ooh.
2020.
You got a touch bar?
Touch bar. Yeah.
How much?
Retina.
How much was that? Like 2,300.
Oh
No,
man.
I think it was. I think it was 17. My uncle
Yeah.
bought it for me though. It was a Christmas gift.
That's so cool. I'm so glad that you got that. That's really sick. I'm really happy for you. Yeah. Hey, by the way, the reason why I'm behind.
Hey, IRS, that was a write-off. Look into that. What is it called? Audit his ass.
Yeah, the reason why I'm behind on podcast episodes is because it takes 17 hours for my
you've
laptop
sent that.
to
That thing
render.
takes
I
forever.
ought to lend you that to see how you do with it.
My new PC.
You might
iPad?
have a
32
fun
gigs of
you might have
RAM.
fun time
The
with
iPad?
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Might
no,
be better than the laptop.
No. I would be so much more caught up on TV if
Yeah,
I had an iPad because I
can't watch TV.
don't like.
Can't really either.
No,
I can watch. I have to pick it.
My thing is I don't like. It literally is only my cigar time. Only my cigar downtime can I like really sit down and like hone in on a show because I never like. I'm like driving home from work, and I'm like, damn, I'm excited to get home and play a game.
Yeah, that's how I
Damn, I'm excited to go home and lift.
Yeah.
Or I'm hungry.
You have a clear set thing.
I don't have that for TV anymore.
You don't like TV time.
I used
or you don't
to.
like look forward to it.
No, when I was younger,
stop.
or like after season 1 of The Boys. I don't know if you watched that show on Amazon.
No.
Every time I was like, while that first season, and I was like watching an episode or 2 a day, on the drive home, I'm like, fuck, I just want to get home and watch The Boys.
I
Like,
felt that way about Dungeons and Daddies.
Yeah.
Like the podcast,
Yep,
like
exactly.
season 1, I was like, man,
I-
every time
it's
get on-
all I could
Peak
think
of
about.
League.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the league? Like the
Yeah.
fans?
Oh,
yeah, we
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
our
That
whole
was like-
That's
that was
actually
so
so.
good.
I was actually the last to join that
our
conversation.
whole friendship
technically,
is
So
based on
fucking
League.
funny.
Our whole friendship is based
Oh,
on
yeah,
League.
the Sheikah. What was it called? The Sheikah?
The Shiva.
Shiva.
Yeah.
I think you guys have referenced that so many
Oh,
times.
yeah, all the
Shiva
time.
Kumini
Shiva-
Somakonakram.
Yep, Shiva
Oh, yeah,
Blast.
there you
Our
go.
Shiva Blast.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Sewer Blast.
We have a sewer blast because
Really?
in the D&D campaign we have
Yeah.
a sewer blast because he's the sewer king.
Fucking love
Sewer
that.
King.
Yeah, dude. But no, man, I don't know. It's just because like if I had an iPad, I don't think I'd be more organized by any means necessarily.
I don't think. No, I think it's because I give a shit about it so much because there's so much sentimental. There's more
Oh, yeah.
sentimental to me than monetary at that
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
Where I'm like, okay, well, damn, I fixed this. I have to use it to some
Yeah.
capacity. So I'm
It's like a
trying to
passion
like.
project almost.
Yeah, well, no, it
Yeah.
totally is because I
Yeah.
just revived something and I was like, all right, let me just pour more time
Yeah.
to it so I give a shit about it.
Well, so my thing is, if I got a MacBook Pro tomorrow
Should.
and I just witnessed the immediate
It's so
difference.
dude, because like it takes me so.
good. Do you know how much like RAM that has?
It's awful.
I could check everything after and we can brainstorm. We can
should.
figure it out.
But
Task
dude, this is
manager.
a 6-year-old.
Oh, let me ask you: Windows 10 or 11?
I have 10. I haven't upgraded 11.
Okay. I was genuinely curious.
I like
haven't
11.
I have
haven't
not
even
used
upgraded
11.
my iPhone yet. I'm like terrified of upgrading things. I just don't.
So
I
iOS
respect
16.
Yeah, I'm on like
one
14
sec.
still, I think.
What the fuck? Go to 16.
What?
You have widgets.
I'll
There's
literally,
cool shit.
I'll be looking at my friend's phone. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? Like 16? And I'm like, nah, clock me out. I'm done.
What phone do you have?
13 Max. 13?
13 Pro Max?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I
Get
thought he was
16.
grabbing a jug of milk. I was like, what the hell?
I got the purple one. I got the 14.
yeah.
Pro
Can I,
Max.
like, what do you have?
I got spray paint on my case. Oh no. Damn. Penny Minis backfired on me.
Is that my water? Is this mine?
No, we have the same hydro.
I was like, did you just take my hydro flask? I
Yeah,
was like, what the fuck?
last volleyball, I was like, yeah, we have the same colored hydro, and I spent like a long time like, wow, like what the fuck? It's already an ugly color, and the fact that someone else has it too.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it.
Yeah, I know. I love it. Oh,
Thank you,
Oh.
love. Thank you, love.
thank you.
I wanted to take this transitional point
Yeah.
to another.
Speaking of movies,
movies, check
Let's make
this out.
one. Sorry.
We have a ring light and a copious amount of cameras.
yes,
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
The OnlyFans potential, it only lies in our physical like form.
That's
You
what
know
I'm saying.
I mean?
I got a meat shield of a back.
I got a meat shield of a dick. We can do this.
Yeah, dude, we could make this work.
We can make this work.
I like that.
It might
I
be
like-
like little TikTok clips, but we can run it.
I like the thought of that.
Yeah.
Sorry. So, talk about Pinocchio for me.
Speaking of things growing,
Holy shit! The ultimate segue.
tell no lies.
Wow, what a segue! There's nothing more
I watched Guillermo del Toro's version of Pinocchio, and it's on Netflix. So for those of you who haven't seen it, Chris, ooh, nice. I watched the Guillermo del Toro version. Like Pinocchio becomes war propaganda.
What the fuck?
He's like, yeah, because he's immortal. Like he's like.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, like so it's this claymation type animation where like basically it's the same
Wait,
story.
Real quick, there were 3 Pinocchios released last year.
Yeah, what the heck? There was
like real ones?
there was the shitty, there was the really really shitty like voice actor one where he's like, "Father,
Yeah,
I want to go out and be on my own." Like, you know, like that shit.
Really bad.
It was
Super
really really bad
cringy.
voice
Do
acting.
you guys see them all?
There
No,
was the one with
I-
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Hanks was voted. There was a movie awards going on. It's like the Smileys or the something like that.
Yeah.
Something the equivalent of like IMDb rating
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Actor
Yeah.
of the year
Oh my
because
God,
of his
that's so
his
bad.
performance
It was
as Geppetto.
That's funny.
But also the CGI sucked ass.
Yeah,
it
well,
was just bad.
Pinocchio in that movie was more of a superhero
Yeah.
because he could actually control the length of his nose. He could swim really fast.
fucking Marvel.
Yeah, it was like a marvel. But the one with Guillermo del Toro was like it took place during like Nazi Germany and like World War II era.
Yeah.
Pinocchio in striped pajamas.
Yeah, so this guy. Oh, God. Fuck.
That's so bad.
So Pinocchio basically becomes like he joins the circus
Wow.
to like pay off a debt. It's like the movie's fucked up. He
Pinocchio
gets sold to
joins
the
Nazis.
circus. Yeah, he gets sold to the circus, and this guy who's like a Gestapo member. He like sees him and he's like, "You're a perfect soldier." He's like, "You're a perfect soldier candidate." You know, he's like, "We need to train you to become like a national for Italy." And
what the fuck?
Yeah, and so at one point he's performing for Il Duce, which is Benito Mussolini, right? And he's making fun of him because he Pinocchio was intentionally like, you know what, I'm done with the circus. I want to put on a show that's going to make fun of him. Let's put on our own thing.
Yeah.
So they just start saying poop a bunch of times. It's super like childish. That's the point.
Really bad.
No. But the way that they do it, the way that the movie is made and how everything goes together, the themes, bro. It has like the depiction of like a biblically accurate angel.
Yeah.
And talks about like an existential talks about life and death.
Interesting.
You need to watch that movie.
I do.
I'm telling everybody to go watch the movie. It's literally just called Pinocchio, a Guillermo del Toro film.
Would you watch
it's on
it under?
Netflix.
Would you watch it under?
Huh?
Or would you watch it on?
Netflix.
Wow.
Netflix.
That's terrifying.
Netflix for viewing. Yeah.
Netflix was up their game.
Yeah,
Good shit.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, yeah, like it talks about like divine intervention, like how Pinocchio has a borrowed soul.
Yeah.
What?
Because like
Because he could
yeah.
withstand a gas chamber. Yeah.
No, yeah, basically. So
the new
no, at one
Kombat
point
character.
he makes fun.
Yeah.
The fatality.
Yeah.
He's like
nose goes
no. Yeah, he's like, I always wanted you to win. I always wanted you to win. His nose is like growing longer and longer.
No. Yeah. He just kind of walks up and he's like, "Don't worry, little one. Everything will be just fine." Fucking hard.
Takes off the top of his
Dude,
jaw. Like,
there would be so many cool ass Mortal Kombat fatalities
They
you
need
could
to do
do
more
for
collabs.
with like
for-
everyday characters.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
thing. Like
Roadrunner dropping an anvil on somebody.
yeah. What about
They
a
need to
Pez
open
dispenser?
like Mortal Kombat up to like modding communities. That'd
Yeah,
be
that's what I'm
hard.
saying.
yeah,
like
yeah.
a Pez dispenser.
Fucking
Like-
crush.
Fuck,
you.
I'm sorry. Final thing about Pinocchio
yeah.
is he makes fun of Benito Mussolini, and this is one part of the movie I wasn't expecting because he dies at some point. Pinocchio, the whole thing about him is he's immortal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just goes, I do not like this puppet. Shoot him and burn it to the ground. And the guy walks up and he goes, slides the rack. Just fucking shoots. And Pinocchio wakes up in the afterlife. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Some dude just capped Pinocchio right there.
That's hard. That's tough.
really fucking
No,
cool.
the movie had so many.
Let's
Like I
watch
said,
it.
the movie was for adults. Like it was more of an adult movie more than anything.
That's
but I was like,
hilarious.
holy fuck!
It had a gun?
Yeah, a gun. It was a real gun. It was not. It was not a claymation. No.
Pinocchio got fucking glocked.
No, he literally got the shot from the neck up, and
my
then
God.
he fucking got.
Just like the slow mo with like the bullet piercing him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
It was like
Ewan
the end of-
McGregor sings in
Yeah.
the movie. I love Ewan
wow.
McGregor from
Interesting.
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
And you know, it's one thing I realized.
Star Wars. Jesus.
Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, I knew him as Christian before I knew him as Obi-Wan. Right.
I've never seen Star Wars. Never seen it.
Oh yeah.
I just watched it recently. Yeah.
It's
fun.
It's a watch.
It's fun.
You need to watch it for the pop culture. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
to say
Yeah.
that you did it is the thing.
But my thing is, I got to the point where I just started saying I've seen them, just because like
You don't want to
It's not worth the conversation.
it's
You
so
haven't
annoying.
seen
What
that-
the fuck?
that fan base is so gosh darn annoying, dude. I
like
can't.
telling a Taylor Swift fan you don't like Taylor Swift. It's just like
And I
fuck.
don't like Taylor Swift, so that's why. Yes, it's so
Yeah.
it's extra polarizing. I tolerate her.
I don't.
I only liked Taylor Swift by proxy.
Yeah.
It was more of like a conscription. I was
Yeah.
like forced to enjoy it.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with like I mean, similarly to like Drake, is that you simply cannot deny his star power.
She
love
no. Taylor Swift is unimaginably successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like but like Drake's ability to just produce bangers is unmatched.
I can confidently sing every verse of like almost all Taylor Swift and Drake songs from like the early 2010s and his newer ones. It's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
Taylor
Yeah.
Swift fucks.
Yeah, dude. No, I completely
Hard.
agree. But like the like Michael Jackson esque of just
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
banger rates, where it's like, damn, dude.
Pop star.
Always a radio hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You perfected the formula for radio.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is very, very, very difficult to do. You know, Eminem's been trying to do it his last 2 albums and he just can't.
Flops, yeah.
But yeah, just because he can't master a chorus, which I get. But yeah, man, I'm glad he came on. This is fucking,
Yeah, this is cool.
fun, dude.
Yeah.
You had fun?
Yeah, this is fun.
So like, I know what you did, but I didn't get it
What do you mean? Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
work. So like that, I like it. Really was interesting to get an insight on that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
I think we have to get Jared back on because that was what I was hoping to understand with Jared's episode. But Jared is such a smart fucking
What
guy.
like about finances?
What, no, like what he does.
What does Jared do?
What he does?
Jared is a house appraiser. And
Oh.
we had him on, and
Okay.
you know, like he was very informative, and he talked a lot about it. But like,
He's a great guest.
yeah, he was. Oh yeah, hilarious.
One thing I need to say to anybody who comes on the podcast: please don't beat yourself up.
Oh yeah.
Like
absolutely.
I feel like particularly like my grandparents did that, and it broke my heart to hear. Like we brought on my grandparents for an episode, And they're like, our episode was so boring. You guys are gonna, like, I'm sorry. They apologized to me like, we're sorry you're probably going to lose followers. And I was like, I don't give.
People loved it.
I don't care about it.
Not only.
I was like, it's the fact that I can now show my great grandkids a digital footprint. I was like, you guys now exist forever on the internet about that.
Exactly. Yep. You're going to hear.
That's a cool thing to say.
It's amazing. And like this conversation too, I was like, please, man, give yourselves more credit. You come on a public space and you put yourselves out there. Brandon, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for coming on.
Sincerely.
Yeah, no,
this is awesome. I appreciate
I'm really glad he came on. But I think that's cool as fuck too. Is like a total stranger who's never met us before could find this podcast, listen to all 55 episodes, and know us.
Yeah.
I think that
more or less.
I think that's fascinating.
It's basically like a storybook you guys are making.
A little bit, and that's why we're making it. That's exactly the reason why we're doing it. Because I can't fucking wait to hear about, I don't know, the smoking hot girl who went to the same college as me that was just like, yeah, you're airport hot. I'm like, you don't say,
thanks.
Yeah. I did not tell her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's to convince yourself. You're like, I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Yeah, no, she meant that in a good way.
Yeah.
She meant that in a good way.
No, for sure.
For sure. I wonder how she's doing. I forgot her name. So if that goes to show you how hot she was.
I know a name I remember. Audrey.
No, hey, Jesus Christ.
Oh, wait, what? Have we not said her name on the podcast?
No, we have.
Oh, I was about to say.
You're just going to get me in trouble.
I was like, no, that's a name you remember.
So last week, this is funny that you bring this up. Last week, we were going to Costco. That was literally it. We were going to Costco.
Freaking Costco.
And my girlfriend texted me and she said, hey, I'm going to be parked outside your apartment at 4:15.
Uh-oh.
And I said, that's fine. So it's like 4:11. And Tim and I are ready to go. And then Aiden shows up at 4:12.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, have you seen my jacket anywhere? It's a super fucking dope jacket. And I can't find it. Oh, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
It's probably at your mom's house, to be honest.
Exactly. So 4:15 on the dot, and we head down, and we get to the car at like 4:17. And Tim and Aiden were like, Chris, what's your deal? Like, chill out. And then I was like, no, you guys don't understand. I'm going to get in trouble. They're like, funny guy. And then I get to her car, and I swing open the passenger door, sit down, and she's like, I made it so clear. I was getting off the freeway. I said I'd get there. I don't understand why I'm here waiting for you.
And then at that point, Chris's thoracic spine lurched forward a full 45 degree. He hunched over to an old man and was like, yes, I'm sorry, dear.
Yes, honey. And then Tim and Aiden on the backseat like, because they were like stalling because like they didn't think it was that big of a deal, but I was like, no, you guys, we have to go. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh my god, I love that.
But yeah, so yeah, basically, that's a 4.5 year relationship right there. That doesn't tell you what, but yeah.
Tell you what.
There was one more thing I wanted to touch on about. Wait, shit. I have my hair and my beard.
It's almost.
Sorry, whatever. No, yeah, whatever.
Last thing. No. One thing I want to end off on. This is a good segment.
Okay.
Deca.
Wow. Hey,
I had that this whole time. So Brandon and I used to be partners for Deca.
That was a good back pocket sales thing, which we learned about.
I like
yeah,
that. Was fun.
It actually developed a lot of my vocab of like what people like in the business world want to hear and like how people carry themselves. Of course, it's all teenagers faking it, but that's the point.
Yeah, but it's like improv essentially.
It's fun. Yeah, it's the improv behind it.
Rizz.
Yeah, it's improv business Rizz.
Literally.
Holy shit, that's perfect.
Improv for marketing majors. Yeah.
Well, there was other segments,
improv business Rizz.
Yeah.
We were marketing. There were other.
We did marketing.
That's right.
We did marketing
finances.
specifically.
I did marketing
yeah.
chain.
Interesting.
We did marketing.
What was it?
Oh, I'm just saying. There's like other ones.
No. What's the word? What's the thing we just said?
Improv business Rizz.
That's the episode title.
Title. I love it. Yep.
Improv
Perfect.
business Rizz.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I had a lot of fun, like fond memories of Deca, and particularly because of you. Like, I would say,
like when we roomed together. That was fun.
the experience wouldn't have been the same. Like even at districts or at state, like all those times I always buddied up with you.
Yeah.
Because it was fun.
Yeah, we were partners.
Yeah, we were partners, and then also it was like hanging out with Chris, like catching people like that. It was.
That's when I first met you too. Yeah, during Deca.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that helped like our friendship.
Yeah, you guys definitely
because we were
became friends
we were kind of like we were more or less kind of friends at that point.
Yeah.
But I think it gave us like the one-on-one time to like develop
I wasn't really friends
that.
with you until I got out of college or until I got out of high school.
No, I mean we were tight, but like
we weren't actively hanging out.
I mean, weirdly enough, I was actually really tight with your girlfriend in high school.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas just
that's probably why I became so close to you too.
Yeah.
It helped.
No, but I just like little it was funny because Marcos was friends with a lot of the people that I didn't like.
Really?
I didn't tell him that because I didn't want to be like, dude, you shouldn't be friends with them because I'm not a.
Yeah, who does that?
I learned that. Like, the funny thing is, like, I became of an adult mind right when I met Marcos, going into junior year of high school, where I'm like, fuck, I don't need to be the annoying guy. I'm just me.
Yeah.
And, so Marcos was friends with, like, he would go to like the Smash Bros tournaments with like a lot of people that I didn't like.
Yeah.
I still love them.
Exactly. And I like them because I've gotten to know them too since. Exactly. We've grown up. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But Decca just being all like, what was it? Robbie Giles.
Yeah.
I was really
just
about to name drop him. Yeah, but I wasn't going to. But yeah,
No, he came to volleyball.
He listened, no,
Right? Or no. Was it New Year?
no, that was Robbie Royce.
yeah.
Oh, Guy.
Shout out Robbie Royce. But
Yeah.
Robbie Giles, the alchemist.
Yeah, I remember.
I love the guy. You know, he's crazy as hell. He's very smart, very funny. But damn, he made some adventures at Decca.
Yeah, no, he made fun shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
They all made fun
Yeah, no diss on the guy. I mean, I have no issue shouting you out whatsoever. But you know, I don't know if you were there, but like we were in a hot tub.
Yeah, I remember.
there were, like,
and
six-
the
Oh, yeah.
other girls from the other school.
Yeah,
Dude,
just all the.
spitting.
It's just fun. Yeah, it was just cute.
Damn.
And it was just like
I still have a lot of those girls on
me,
Snap.
oh no, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, not me.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
You guys got their snap?
I got.
Let me tell you something.
I didn't hear about this.
Is it?
Marco's in a suit. Marco's in a suit. Was a killer
dude,
looking guy.
The
Yeah,
pictures
we
of you and I from that day.
I was just
stunned.
looking at those pictures of the day because I
Robbie
think,
Giles
yeah.
took those pictures.
I think you texted me or something, and I was like, "It's our contact pic." And I was like, "Damn."
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
ours. Yeah, I saw that photo of us from state.
Yep,
Like,
exactly. Or like
with
when,
the medal and
when we're
everything.
jumping.
Yeah, when we're jumping.
Yeah, all those.
Oh,
Those are great
yeah.
pictures.
Remember Kellen?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
do.
God, I haven't heard from him like ever.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just a good kid.
Yeah, he's cool.
There was a lot of kids like that in that class.
Yeah, there was an
Riley.
unfortunate Fortnite incident behind that.
But who?
I'll tell you later.
Fortnite.
Okay.
I miss Fortnite. Damn it. Anyway, but yeah, I think we played Madden in my hotel room and we
Yeah, I remember
just
that.
goofed off.
Yeah.
But Decca, I don't know if Decca is still going to be a thing.
No,
for,
it's still
a thing.
it's a very
They
Is
have
it-
it in college
yeah.
too.
Good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
at the collegiate level, so
Yeah.
it'll stay.
If I think it's the best club
It was so fun.
for kids that like have to be in a club. Go join Decca.
I think everyone thought it was like the nerdiest shit ever, but it's like you don't
No.
do much. You
No,
do
and
like
to be
one
honest-
thing, and
Yeah.
it's so fun.
And to be
Even if you
honest-
don't like it, the other stuff you do there is fun.
It instilled I truly, like, looking back in retrospect, it did instill a lot of like confidence in me, because it goes like, okay, hey, if I have this, if I can present myself in a way that people just understand, or if I sound good,
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about anything.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
I
I
It
carry
does
that
like
with me.
Public speaking and stuff. Like even
Public
things
speak-
like this,
exactly.
This kind of makes me like nervous, like the whole camera thing.
Oh, completely. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like even like back then, like with like just presenting in general, like the whole like Decca thing, that really elevated it because you're like presenting like judges and you feel like you're being judged, you're being graded and all this.
Yeah.
And other than just the whole business thing, it's just like like a confidence thing.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I've ever told you this. I famously get ridiculed by our friend group because I recognize this in my own head. I have this tendency to just make absurd analogies. Like that's just like
Like
the
verbally, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just- it's
he
just
just
like-
makes random crazy polls.
it's like the Kashi thing to
Well,
do
that's
with
just part of you.
exactly.
yeah,
that's
no,
kinda
that is.
fun.
But I think that Decca gave me that a little bit because
like witty.
Decca would reward you for creativity.
yeah.
So that's where I was like, if I could take your brain to a different place in your own head that you didn't think that you could, like, you know, because one year I got docked for that, and another year I got complimented for it.
Remember, Robbie made it to like. Remember,
Yeah.
Robbie made it to internationals or
didn't
whatever.
you guys make it to state?
We made it to
Yeah.
the state.
We did.
Robbie
Yeah,
made
we
it to
made it to state.
international.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's just like it's just crazy because he's such a creative person on the spot. It just took him all the way to
Oh,
international.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an
was
there's
crazy.
an upper echelon of like
Yeah.
innovation.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to that as like not like a
fellow?
not like a chaperone, but no, it was like
Assistant.
for Arizona Decca to represent, not
yeah.
not to compete.
Not to compete, yeah.
Exactly. And then I found out that the girl that I was going to go with, she was like, "Yeah, I snort hella cocaine."
What the fuck?
And then I was just like, "Yeah."
She was in our class.
No, she went to a different school, but
Oh.
like because there was like the Arizona Decca representation.
Yeah.
Like
She told you this?
She told me this, and I told our teacher.
Oh.
Is that how you win?
Yeah, I literally told our teacher.
loved our teacher.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We won't shout her out, but like
Yeah,
our teacher at our high school was just
So cool.
just a good woman.
Good woman.
Yeah, just a good woman.
Very good woman.
Her freaking boyfriend was Jay.
So
Yeah.
funny.
Coolest cat.
Looked
in the
like
fucking
Sal
world.
Volcano.
Yeah, and her dogs.
Love him to death.
Lawrence James Finkelstein. Her
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How
Shih
about that?
Tzu.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, man, I'm so fucking glad he came on. So
Yeah.
this gave me like Danny vibes. Do you know Danny Fish?
Yeah.
when she came on, we had like our last like 35 minutes was like
Recapping memories.
and well, no, it was like, and then she said, and I'm like, and I didn't even like say that, and in my head, and then she said like, and then
Yeah.
Marcos and I were like,
Chris gets a lot of Chris loves nostalgia.
yeah,
who
like as a
doesn't?
person.
Yeah.
No,
high
no.
school specific though.
Yeah.
High school,
of
no,
course.
no. High school specifically
fun
is
looking back on
is
high
the thing.
school.
It's fun
It's
to
so
look back. I just don't like. I don't know. Sometimes I just
Yeah.
don't share that. I didn't have as much fun as Chris.
Nope, completely.
I agree.
That's it.
it's
I didn't
the
have as much fun as him.
It's
I didn't
the
have
exact
fun in
same
high
thing.
school, but I still have good like memories.
Yeah, no, it's
No,
the
yeah,
exact same
exactly.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have. I think, either way to put it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because if like I'm here now, if I would have gotten straight A's, if I would have gotten straight A's, I think I'd still be here now. Does that make sense?
What do you mean? Oh, you would be the same person.
I think I would have dropped out of college. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I think no matter what, I think I would have still ended up here. So I
Yeah.
had straight D's.
I was just like super shy in high school. I felt like so. I just,
I had
You
straight
and I
D's.
hung out a lot. Like 2018,
Well,
I was
yeah.
looking back. Like
yeah, we were
that
like
was
best
junior.
friends. We were always like best friends. In high
Always
school.
hanging
I thought
out.
about that the other day. I've known Brandon
Yeah.
for 11 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We just didn't really actively hang out or talk. We
Yeah.
were just
I've
in my
known you
life.
for 11
Yeah, that's
years. Though.
wild.
That's fucking nuts.
Josh is who I've known the longest.
Yeah, I've known
I knew
Josh for 10
since,
years.
Like 4th grade.
Yeah, I've known Josh since
crazy.
8th grade.
Okay, are we trying to one up each other right now? What are we doing?
I said I literally won down myself. Hey, at least I know what scaled down means.
Hey, he's my friend.
No disrespecting the guest.
I'm never coming back.
That was perfect though, dude. Is there any other points you want to hit? Anything you want to hammer home?
Not really. I mean, I'm down to do this again. This is so fun.
I'd fucking love for you
Yeah,
to come on
yeah,
again.
that'd be
great.
So Marcos and I do think it's important. We have a lot of people that we want to have 4-person episodes on with.
Oh, okay. Who we?
I mean, no one in
anyone?
particular, but like
Yeah, no,
I
I'd be
know
down
that
for that.
I know
That'd
that
be so fun.
our next 4-person episode definitely has to do
Yeah,
with
we
Brian
can even
Alton.
do the side episode like you want it. We can do that sometime.
Yeah,
When was-
absolutely. Yeah,
Have we had a 4-person?
just your grandparents.
Have we had a force?
Just the grandparents, yeah.
So, but like that's something that I want to get better at because, like, Marcos and I are. I don't know if you recognize this, buddy. You and I are very talented interviewers.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are pretty good at this.
No,
you
no.
guys don't get like show talk or anything.
I went. No. What I literally because I'm as I'm editing the most recent Tim episode. So if you go back to episode 53, I'm editing this, and I had to go to work or something like that. So I turned on Tim's older episode, and like I don't know, there was just this little bit of like, it was like 3 guys that love each other talking at each other.
well, yeah, everyone's
the
friends
most
that comes on here, so it's easy to like vibe and just keep.
Well,
conversation
so the
going.
first time around, it was like, hey, it's three friends that are talking at each other about something. And then this most recent time, it was like, no, it's 2 people having a conversation at all points in time.
Interviewing.
No matter who, no, because you guys would have been having a conversation,
Oh, okay.
wrote me in.
Yeah.
Now the 3 of
Yeah.
us have a conversation about it. You step out, Tim and I have a little bit of a powwow, and then like it was a dance.
It was a perfect little.
This is kind of like you guys almost like talking to me, and then we're just having a normal conversation about
Yeah.
it.
But like I thought about that the other day, where it's like if fucking ESPN reached out the other day and they're like, do you have any interviewing experience whatsoever? And I'm like, dude, I got like 60 hours worth.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
yeah.
sure.
It's
At this
really-
point.
it's really fucking cool. But
Genuine question: why haven't you guys like put this like on TikTok or anything like that? Do you guys not like want exposure? Is this more just like a time capsule?
so it was supposed to be a time capsule.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
remember that original plan you were talking
But-
about? Yeah, which it still kind of is. It never changed.
I think the authenticity. I'd always want to stay core to that. Like I think it's more or less.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, at the end of the day, it's selfish because
so-
it's our life. It's
What do you mean what do you mean?
ours.
So-
like it's the selfish aspect.
So I
is
have an idea.
We bring on people from our lives.
oh, of course.
So I know that there was a sponsorship that one of the podcasts that I listened to, they got a sponsorship deal and they got a brand deal, and the deal was for 5 episodes. And their only caveat was for the last 3 episodes of the deal, they had to talk less about them and more about current events.
Is that part of the reason you're getting at?
Well, no, like so if we ever got reached out by someone and they were like, hey, like you guys talk less about just you guys.
That would be
people
the
people
go
don't want to
against
hear
it.
about just you guys. And I'm like, well, Marcos and I are
Yeah.
both kind of like, well, that's the whole fucking reason why we're doing this.
Yeah,
So,
well, see,
like,
I mean, the thing is, though, you have the power just to not do that. Like, there's many podcasts
absolutely
who have
yeah.
the following and just do their own thing. My point
Yeah.
is just like
I'm learning.
because I know you trim this up. You have this on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know for damn well you could just turn this into some clips,
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
moments, put it on TikTok, and just gradually get more followers
Yeah.
naturally, and
I'm-
never
I'm-
change who you are.
I'm learning the aspect ratio. I'm learning how to caption
9 by
titles and shit like
16.
that.
Got you.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, aside from like, I want to throw it on IG Reels so badly.
You should.
Yeah. And now, so the reason why we have 3 cameras was for that.
Okay, so this is a work in progress.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, 100%.
I mean, the
Right.
podcast is less than. I mean, We're coming up on 2 years in July.
Yeah, get on that shit. Let's do it.
I should.
I'll help you guys cut some stuff up and do it. on
Gavin Musa is teaching me.
there. Oh, perfect. So this is
I'd love for you
happening.
to teach me too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gavin's done work for me. He's good.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Gavin and Brandon would be a fun episode.
That'd be a really fucking
that
fun
would be a good episode.
There'd be some
Gavin, we
unique.
got to do it.
I love it. Gosh, I love it.
Yeah, that's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been episode 56 of the Hispanic on Paper podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Follow us on Instagram at Hispanic on Paper podcast.
Follow us on Spotify. Rate us 5 stars. That does help. The algorithm is a thing. He's living proof of that.
We have our very own algorithm bender right here. Yeah. So, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube.
The avatar of the internet.
I love it.
Brandon, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so
guys
fucking
having
much for
me.
coming on, dude.
No, I appreciate it.
You're an absolute natural at this,
Thanks,
by the way.
guys.
But yeah, this was fun. Let's go have some cigars. Yeah.
Yeah, let's run it.
My name is Marcos.
My name is Kashi.
My name is Brandon.
Catch you next week.
Take care.